that we get back to talking about this community, because I think that's one way, and that I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it may be the tagline you use there. If you change the game, change the community.
I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker. I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker.
Great question. So, the No Backboard Basketball League, the vision of it is a new recreational basketball platform to provide opportunities for Black and brown individuals to actually own wealth creating assets in the sports space. Welcome to the No Backboard Basketball Show. I'm your host, Mark Tee Armstrong, inventor, basketball remix, the modern interpretation of the original game, and founder of the No Backboard Basketball League. 20 years ago this month, with the support of friends, supporters, and my church, I produced the first No Backboard Basketball League event. So this month, you're going to get a 2-for-1. I'm leaning into Black history because I am a Black inventor. And we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the very first No Backboard Basketball League event. All month on the No Backboard Basketball Show, I will share stories from my journey from the beginning to now. Today, we're going to start with the most essential character in this story, Mr. Willie Naulls. But first, how would you like to own your own sport? That's my goal, to bring a business model to the market that allows you, if you want, to own a piece of the No Backboard Basketball League. And the first step of making that happen is a membership in the U Hooper Society. This membership does serve a funding function for the No Backboard Basketball League. But I believe our use of funds and the value derived from our membership utilities will far exceed your one-time membership cost of just $250. And because your membership is housed on the Ethereum blockchain, it's a digital asset that you own and you can sell at any time in the future. Now, I'm going to talk more about this membership in the coming days and throughout the month. But for now, check out our link. We're building it out on OpenSea. The link is in the description. We're still building it out, so you should be expecting some changes, but check that out.
Tired of the three-point obsession, the commercialization of youth basketball, and a game where skill development takes a backseat? Introducing No Backboard Basketball, remixing basketball as a catalyst for change. This isn't just a book, it's a movement. Rediscover basketball's roots, where the focus is on community, creativity, and real opportunities for Black and brown youth. No more barriers for families without deep pockets. Get your copy on Amazon now and join the revolution that's changing the game and changing lives.
All right. In 1997, I met Willie Naulls. He was 63 and I was 31. I don't even recall exactly how I met Mr. Naulls, but as I reflect, I realize our paths crossed at the right seasons in our lives. Mr. Naulls was operating in his wise man season of his life after living a rich and pioneering life in its own right. You see, Mr. Naulls played basketball for the UCLA Bruins from 1954 to 1956. He was drafted by the St. Louis Hawks in the second round, 10th overall in 1956. And after 19 games with the St. Louis Hawks, he was traded to the New York Knicks, playing there from 1956 to 1963. As a Knick, Willie Naulls was a four-time NBA All-Star and averaged 19.3 points and 10.7 rebounds per game. Mr. Naulls is also acknowledged as the New York Knicks' first Black team captain. He was traded to the San Francisco Warriors during the 1962-63 season and finished his career with the Boston Celtics, winning 3 consecutive NBA championships from 1964, 65, and 1966, making history as part of the NBA's first all-Black starting five. Overall, Willie Naulls played 716 regular season games. In the NBA, he averaged 15.8 points a game, 9.1 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. According to Grok AI, Willie Naulls was known for his scoring and rebounding ability, his leadership both on and off the court. His role in breaking racial barriers in sports is significant, being both the first black captain of the Knicks and part of the historic all-black starting lineup for the Celtics. After retiring, Naulls contributed to youth development, founding a nonprofit organization, and working in ministry. And it was in service to Mr. Naulls' ministry that our relationship began. Mr. Naulls' ministry operated on a small campus with 2 gyms, a classroom, a sanctuary office, and a conference room. I volunteered to help with their summer camp, working with about 20 kids. Now, because Mr. Naulls' daughter played volleyball, his gyms weren't basketball gyms. They were volleyball gyms. But he placed these netball hoops up on the wall. Now, netball hoops are about 15 inches in diameter, which is 3 inches smaller than the bigger traditional rims of 18 inches. And being a hooper, I immediately started to shoot on these hoops. I also organized the kids to play on these hoops. They never asked what a backboard was. So, after a few weeks, I experienced a dramatic improvement in my shooting. My shooting mechanics got conditioned with my muscle memory. I was shooting the ball with a much higher arc and also a softer touch. Actually, I was almost automatic because every shot had a chance due to the higher arc I had, and my touch became very soft. It was like immediately I knew when I released it, it was good. Now, some of this might be because as a rebounder, I already was in a habit of tracking the flight of the ball. But yet I wasn't conditioned to shoot the ball from deep. I mean, upon graduating from college, I started the most games in my alma mater's history. I played 115 games, and my career field goal percentage from the floor was 49%, and that's primarily from 17 feet in. I probably shot less than 3 threes my entire career, right? So to experience shooting the lights out at 31, 32 years old, 10 years removed from college, I knew I was on to something. I mean, it was actually ridiculous how much my shooting had improved. It didn't even matter if I was playing indoor or outdoor. It was like automatic and from deep.
This makes so much sense. Yeah, so and then after a couple of sessions of that, I go back to playing around in doing my normal thing, and I'm just shooting. And I'm like, all right, I know I was pretty good before, but this is just ridiculous. Like, I'm shooting shots that I'm just kind of throwing them up. I'm like, let's just see what happens. And they're all going in, and I'm like, wow. You have to shoot the ball right. You have to, follow your form and practicing on the 16-inch. And then I go back to, like, your regular gym, where you have the backboard, you have a little more crutches and all that. Right. Just your game is it's way different. After that, that's what got me hooked.
So after being armed with a summer full of experiences of shooting the ball like I never did before, I knew there was something there, and that started to get the wheels spinning. But this is just the beginning. There are 2 other experiences that took place during this time that compelled not just the idea for an alternative variant, but also the vision for a niche industry around this variant. Now, here's an interesting side note. The netball hoops in Mr. Naulls' gym had chain nets. And because the hoops were so tight, you pretty much had to swish it to make it. And it was the best sound in the world. It was almost hypnotic hearing the chain net sing. And that sound was so motivating. And that made me think about pure shooters. There must be a unique sensation that they get when they hear the net snap, right? When they hear the perfect shot, all net with the perfect spin and the snap of that net, that must do something to pure shooters. So, the story of the No Backboard Basketball League begins. We have a main character who comes across a wise man of renown with this thing hanging out there, waiting to be noticed by the right person at the right time with the right motives. Now, of course, that's my part, putting a little spin on it with the benefit of reflection. But it makes for good storytelling, and possibly we're going to start weaving a little intrigue into this. But here's my point. Don't let the fact that I met Mr. Naulls in his wise man season slide by you, because he was also Pastor Naulls. Now, Willie Naulls introduced me to the idea of the smaller hoop with no backboard and the concept of gems featuring these hoops. And Willie Naulls' contribution as an NBA pioneer and breaker racial barriers also resonates. And you hear that with our motto, change the game, change the game, change communities. And though I suspect that Willie Naulls made his impact as a black man by living life at a level of integrity and character that his merits demanded life acknowledge him at the level that he was acknowledged. And so therefore, I think his admonishment to black people would be, that is the route to go. Live your life at such a level of excellence that your merit, your character, your integrity demands people life responds to in the right way. But I think it's Pastor Naulls whose grace on the genesis and the formation of the idea of the No Backboard Basketball League, that is the guy that we'll really get to talk about. And that's where we're going to pick up when we pick the story back up. Hey, Mark T, I'm glad you're celebrating Black History Month, engaging this content. Until we pick up this story again, be blessed. I'll see you at the top.
No Backboard Basketball League, NBBL, through the Hoopers Society digital collectible is indeed innovative and highly strategic in fostering a diverse community centered around basketball. Here's why this model stands out. Diverse community engagement. Varied interests. By structuring the utilities of the NFTs around different aspects like content creation, community governance, entrepreneurial opportunities, and financial incentives, NBBL caters to a broad spectrum of interests. This diversity ensures that whether someone's passion lies in media production, education, business, or simply being a basketball fan, there's a place for them within the NBBL ecosystem. Inclusion of different skill sets. The utility tracks encourage participation from individuals with various skills. Content creators find value in the ball and house traits, where they can engage in producing and sharing content. Educators and learners are drawn to the educational components of the house trait, promoting blockchain literacy and community knowledge sharing. Entrepreneurs are incentivized by the building and arenas trait, which provides opportunities for business ventures within the basketball community. Investors and collectors benefit from the diamond trait, which offers financial rewards and exclusive collaborations. Community building through common interest. Basketball as the anchor. Basketball serves as the unifying interest, but the community's activities extend far beyond just playing the game. This common interest acts as a foundation upon which various pursuits are built, ensuring that while everyone shares a love for basketball, they can engage in different ways that are meaningful to them. Interactive and participatory culture. The structure encourages an interactive community where members aren't just spectators, but active participants. From voting on community decisions to creating content, running leagues, or engaging in economic activities, members have multiple avenues to contribute and feel a sense of ownership and belonging. Innovation through blockchain. Decentralized community governance. By integrating blockchain technology, NBBL introduces a level of democracy and transparency in how the community operates, particularly with the house traits voting mechanism on treasury use. This not only aligns with modern trends towards decentralized governance, but also educates members about blockchain applications in real-world scenarios. Tokenized economy. The use of NBBL crypto tokens within the ecosystem creates a new economic layer where community members can engage in transactions, earn rewards, and participate in the league's growth. This token system incentivizes holding and using NFTs, fostering economic activity within the community.
We've launched the fantastic journey, voyage, if you would, lakeside. And we're inviting people to jump on the ship.
Digital trades, Web3 crusades, transparency in play. Community gets to say. NFTs, digital cards, revolution so large. Yeah, carry out. Market trends we bend to our community extend. Future-proof the game, text the flame, sparking growth. No 2 days the same. From virtual court to real-world sports, we're setting up the plays in innovative sorts.
We hooping, no stopping, our Hooper society popping. No Backboard League, it's more than a game. It's a movement, a groove, economic change. From courts to boardrooms, we making waves. A Hooper society, yeah, we paved the way.
We've launched a fantastic journey, voyage, if you would, lakeside. And we're inviting people to jump on the ship